Love is something that you do. This is an amazing area. It's called Bwa Pen. Of course, it's the first time that we have been here.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde.
Comment nous y? Nous bien? Est-ce que Rome Jésus?
You know, typical kwashiorkor baby with severe malnutrition, red hair, and it's simply because of either no food or not eating the right kind of food.
Puis à l'école, bien normal. Depuis on pas puis en forme, bataille mais là on pas puis normalité.
Life is very, very difficult here in Bwa Pen.
Jésus, les remet tout dans nous.
Amen.
Nous sommes tellement contents pour ici, jeudi avec vous, pour bénir avec manger. Parce que où t'es prié, monter, grâce, c'est ça. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Pour Jésus.
And Jesus took the little bit, 5 loaves and 2 fishes, prayed, and God, he set them all down, all the people down. He prayed, and the Lord fed all the thousands of people from 5 loaves and 2 fishes. God multiplied that which was given.
Et jusqu'à aussi le même principe, là, parce que depuis on commence par ne pas de l'eau usée, il n'y a pas de l'eau qui était usée, il n'y a pas tellement fait un bon record. Mais l'époque pendant qu'on vivre pour nous, ça, elle vient plus mal. Parce que l'époque, là, ça, il y a un pied bois dans la terre, mais elle vient pas un pied bois pour bâtir un cipol là, plutôt que tabac, un cipol vient plus cherche. Ça fait saison, elle vient plus pas bon. C'est l'époque, les bois, puis on dit que le bois, parce que quand on a bois, la donne. C'est coupé, deux, tout qui fait qu'on a nos bois, puis on vient tomber, elle vient pas un bois, puis ça ne faut pas bois.
But I'm going to just tell you, in this area, from back a few generations back, not very many generations back, this used to be full of beautiful, beautiful pine trees. Just beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous land. But the Haitians back generations back, not these people, but generations back have cut down all the pine trees to sell for charcoal. That's what they cook with, pieces of wood.
Ça pendant comme ça, elle sec comme ça, la pluie pas tomber. Kounya là, même sous planter plan là, si la pluie pas tomber, là on vient chercher au mou, il pas qu'à récolter. Vous comprenez? Et ça fait comme ça là, parce que nous pas gain d'autre pour user.
Life is very, very difficult here, and that's why they ask us to come to bring them food, because it's very difficult.
Je me demande bon Dieu dans les fêtes mon OK moi objectif mon tout pour bon Dieu tirer. Ba me faire et bon Dieu ka bon mon papa mais pour faire mon aujourd'hui pour faire mon demain. Mais moi bon Dieu choisi bon mon m'obliger prendre mes ba me remettre pour ta faire.
We hear this story, met the woman here by the name of Marie-Claude. I would say maybe 40 years old, but her story is just so heart-wrenching. And to think of a woman living here with no husband, 8 children, and pregnant again, and not having anything at all to feed these children. I mean, I've just been thinking about it and worrying about her. You know, the problem here in Haiti is a lot of cultural problems. We can say, well, why doesn't she just go get birth control? And it is not as simple as that. First place, she's so far from any clinic or anything. But in the second place, it's their custom. They think that they're going to live with a man. He's going to help them after their husband died. He's going to take care of them. But he gets her pregnant and leaves her. And it's just a bad syndrome.
D'où j'en force comme
ça? Force dans bon Dieu. Moi, si pas de bon Dieu pour moi, j'aime passer depuis les mois là. Ensuite, maman m'a mis en bas, moi aussi, pas de bon Dieu.
Now she is here with her family, 8 children, no food at all. And I think to myself, God, what would I do if I was right here in her position? You know, Bobby today on the program, he's giving a scripture today and a story about a little boy with some fishes and a few loaves. And maybe you feel like that little boy sometimes. And maybe you feel like, you know what? My little bit is not going to make a difference. But I promise you that it is. I can tell you story after story where people could only send in a few dollars or something like that, and we used it, and we bought food with it, and it turned into a big story. It turned into the story of a mom getting a job and feeding her children, and it turned into so many good stories. Today, they'll put the numbers on the screen. If you're watching this program and your heart is just getting touched with the cry of the poor, and you say, you know what? I think I want to do something, but my little bit is small. God will bless it. The numbers are on the screen, how much you can give, or if you want to give any amount you want to, large or small, if God's blessed you a lot, please do whatever God has laid upon your heart, because we are here in a country of great, great hunger. They have riots on the streets, and they're fighting for food, and there's no jobs, and everybody is desperate for food. You can make a miracle happen today. Please go to the phone, go to the internet, do something, but please do what God lays upon your heart today. And I promise you, it will bring a miracle into somebody's life. Thank you.
Je dis, bon Dieu fait mon, il va faire mon à tout à fort.
Bon Dieu fait mon, il va faire mon.
Non?
Ça veut dire.
Ça veut dire, bon Dieu fait mon, il peut mon li fait, bon Dieu gagne non mais il peut bon Dieu fait. Ouais ou pas gagner. Et pas gagner, pas ta gagner, il va c'est plus misère. Il va c'est plus misère, il va c'est plus problème. Ou même qui gagne, on va pas se connaître, ça pas gagner. Pour pas se connaître gagne, pas ta gagner, non? Ça veut tout le monde a vu le même genre.
So she was the last child, and then her mom died, and then everything fell on her shoulders. She didn't know how to have the responsibility of going out and working like her mom did, and you know, one thing led to another, and now she's got all these children, and the responsibility that she has right now of making sure that they have just one plate of food every day is enormous. I mean, if you're out there, if somebody dropped you off in the middle of nowhere, and there was no jobs, and you had children and no way to make a living, what would you do? What would you do? And then somebody comes along and says, I'm going to make sure that you get food and help you, and also help you to get some type of job. You know, you would just believe that heaven came down. And so that's what's going to happen to her. God is going to change her life. But you know, it only starts with one box of food. Imagine there's some of our donors could only sponsor one box of food. What if that's the box of food that you sponsored that came here to her today to give her hope? Imagine that. And the Haitians say, when we have hope, we can live.
Je dis que ça plutôt malé ou ge souffou là, plutôt ge souffou ou mettre malé ou pas ge, mon ge espoir non, bon Dieu pas ge aujourd'hui ou ge demain.
I'll tell you why. I tell you, every one of these people are saying thank you. They're saying mercy, which means thank you in Creole. Mercy. Okay, and they're so sweet. They are so sweet here. So sweet. Mercy, madame. Mercy, Sherry. And when I say mercy, Sherry. When I say mercy, Sherry back, that means mercy. Thank you, darling. And I'm not being flirtatious, but darling means it's just being polite here in Haiti. Mercy, Sherry. Thank you, darling. Okay. Mercy, darling. Mercy, Sherry. Haiti is a precious country with precious people. Okay? Oh, she's saying thank you. Good. Mercy, madam. Mercy, Sherry. Mercy, Sherry. This is the emergency out here for the food. They've asked us to come. Out here, the ground's been barren. They can't grow hardly anything out here. It's very barren. It is an emergency. I mean, it is urgent. I can't put into words how urgent it is. Please help. Here's how you can help. For a gift of $16 will supply 432 meals. For a gift of $48 will supply 1,296 meals. And for a gift of $120 will supply 3,240 meals. And for a gift of Mussy Madame, Mussy Sherry. And for a gift of $500 will supply 13,500 meals. Mussy, for a gift of $1,000, you can help supply, Mussy Sherry, you can supply 27,000 meals. Mussy, thank you, darling. For a gift of $10,000, you can supply 272,000 meals. That's a lot of meals, but this is an emergency. Please call the number that's on your screen, put it on your credit card. It's secure, it will speed up the process. Or as soon as the program's over, go to your laptop and computer and give online. It's very secure. Or you can write our mailing address. God bless you by helping by faith here in Bwa Pen, Haiti, area we've never been to before. These people are desperate and hungry, and that's why we're here. God bless you for all of you who have helped us come here to do this. Love is something you do. Bonjour. 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 Moi content with vous. Oh! Ah! Woo! This is heavy. This is sturdy. What's those boxes you see coming out of the truck? And what we're feeding these people right now, the little children right now, came out of these big bags. Each box has a big bag inside, 36 pounds of rice. And it's all kind of dried carrots in there, onions in there, peas in there, full of vitamins, full of nutrients, full of minerals inside. All nutrients will make the Haitian children and people so healthy, and it does. I've seen their red hair from malnutrition grow to black hair because of eating this food within 3 to 4 months. It changes and it saves lives. Woo, that's heavy. Over here, you can see what it looks like when it's all cooked. Woo, that is red hot. That's red hot. I'm cooking on the pieces of wood. You look here. All of this right here is cooked. You can see all the rice. All the rice. Whoops. I can see the peas. This is Feed My Starving Children food. It's developed for malnourished people. I mean, it's very, very, very healthy. It's delicious. Okay, Mama. These Haitians, they know how to cook out here in the boondocks. Okay, Madame, sus, un peu s'il vous plaît. Là, s'il vous plaît, petit. You know, Mother Teresa said one time, there's nothing wrong with spoiling the poor. So today we're getting some extra. Put some fish in here, got some homemade onions over there, sauce in here, peppers over here. Spoiling the children, blessing the children. Matthew 25:40, Jesus said, when you do it to one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Madame, mercy. Ooh, bon travail, mercy.
Pour me défiler, pour me faire code cabrit, ça pour me faire cahier pour tout le monde coucher. C'est à tête tout le monde n'a couché, c'est ça que dit oui nous prend et nous découpler pour nous faire carbone, pour nous player mettre coucher à terre pour nous faire carbone pour tout le monde nous coucher. Mais tout le monde nous dormi sur ça depuis en pile année qu'on y a nous pour y finir net, c'est ça que fait l'acheter ça qu'on a fait l'autre carbone.
Qu'est-ce que tu as aimé, Bettina?
Manger.
Oui.
Oui.
Ou a joué assez manger?
Non.
Every day in the country of Haiti, children are hungry and starving, which in many cases leads to death. These children have no strength to play and no hope of a better future. You can help them change their situation now by providing food, because food brings hope. Will you get involved today? Your gift of $16 will provide 432 meals consisting of well-balanced, nutritionally rich, great-tasting food. Yes, for just $16, less than the average restaurant meal for your family, you will be providing 432 meals. Your gift of $48 will provide 1,296 meals. And your gift of $120 will provide 3,240 meals of great tasting food. Please consider Haiti's hungry children today by calling the number on your screen, visiting our website, or sending in your gift. We cannot do everything, but together we can do something. On behalf of the hungry children of Haiti, thank you, and may God richly bless you.
Mélodie, 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 Amen. Amen.
May God bless you here in Bwa Pen, Haiti. It's the first time we've ever been here to distribute food among these precious Haitian people here, our friends, where we live in Haiti. I want to share with you a scripture today I've never given before on television. From the book of John, the 6th chapter, and I won't read all these verses. You can start later at verse 4 and go down through verse 12 on John, the 6th chapter. But I'm going to read the 9th verse. There is a lad here which hath 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes. But what they are among so many. In other words, when you read the whole story, there was like 5,000 men, not including all the women and children. So there were thousands of people to feed. And there was a little boy the disciples ran into that his mama probably sent to the store to buy 5 loaves of bread and 2 tiny fishes to bring home. And the disciples met the little boy and said, Jesus has need of the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And the little boy gave, and Jesus took the little bit, 5 loaves and 2 fishes, prayed, and God, he set them all down, all the people down. He prayed, and the Lord fed all the thousands of people from 5 loaves and 2 fishes. God multiplied that which was given. That was a miracle from God. This is an exciting story. But then the little boy, the Bible says, read on down, but the 12th verse, that they gather the fragments of the bread and the fish, and there was 12 huge baskets left over after feeding thousands of people left over. I can see the little boy walking home to his mama with people helping him carry the 12 big baskets, the big baskets of fish and bread. And the mama looking out the window said, I told my little boy that go get me 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He's bringing back 12 big baskets of bread and fishes. But see, he met the master along the way. But how God can take just a little bit and bless so much. And your giving here may be just a little bit of money. It may be the widow's mite, or maybe a whole lot. But God can take what you give to feed them, bless the poor. God can take that, what you give, and he can multiply it. And today, we just gave out 38,500 meals. And what you give, God will multiply what you give. The powerful story in the book of John, verse 4 through verse 12. Let God multiply. God bless you.
To learn more about these stories and how you can help change the lives of these poor Haitian children, please visit our website at www.loveachild.com and see what God would have you to do. Please get involved today with one or more of our many outreaches. You will have a once-in-a-lifetime experience by sponsoring a child or attending a remote trip to Haiti in the regions beyond. By going to loveachild.com, you will have a secure way to donate and leave a legacy of hope and compassion for generations to come. Remember, Jesus said, "Inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me."
Maybe you feel like, you know what? My little bit is not going to make a difference, but I promise you that it is.
Please go to loveachild.com now to make a donation and change a life today and forever. On behalf of the poor children in the country of Haiti, thank you, and may God richly bless you.
Quando eu ponate bratak, e fete jardin, e va dormir. Papa m'a fete chabo, na seclite.
This is a story of 3 little girls, Lillian, 13, Caroline, 9, Bachina, 6. They live in a village that is so far and so isolated from you and I and from most things in Haiti, a little village called Bwa Pen. Each morning, their mom goes out to try to look for something to make food, some way to make a living to buy a little food. Maybe she's selling something in a market or trying to go to the garden and find something that grows out of that dry garden that she can sell, that she can go ahead and buy a little food for the children. But that won't happen 3 times a day. It will be good if these little girls can eat just 1 meal a day. Liling, age 13, she has the job of sweeping the mud floor with a little broom made out of straw. Her sisters, Caroline and Bachina, they wash the few dishes that the family has, little plastic cups and bowls. And then Bachina, she helps too. She is 6 years old. There's no thought in their mind of going to school, of having a doll, of having a pretty dress, of having 3 meals a day. Their only thought is to get through today so I can have a little bit of rice, a little bit of corn, or maybe a few potatoes. 1 meal a day. At nighttime, they curl up on a mat, one by one, while their mom comes in and makes sure that all the little girls are just tightly snuggled up together because there's not much room in that mud hut. And then this is the end of one day. Tomorrow, another day will begin. Our hearts compel us to do more than let these little children try to fend for themselves, to have just a handful of corn or a handful of rice every day. You and I can make something better happen for these children. Our hearts will tell us what to do. And I pray, and Bobby prays today, that if you're watching this program, listen to that still small voice inside of your heart and say, yes, I will make this happen for these children. Thank you, and may God richly bless you. You know, feeding children in Haiti is what we love to do. And you know, all these little children, we don't even know if they've had anything to eat today or yesterday or when was the last time. It's just like the little girl Liline who you've seen on the program today, and what a terrible life she had. And you know, every day was the same and always without food. Not only were they suffering with a place to sleep and sleep on the ground and just a horrible life, but not having food is the worst thing. It's far worse than not even having a bed to sleep on. And then you saw Madame Mary Claude, the woman who had 8 children. Oh my goodness, that just broke my heart. That story broke my heart because she's pregnant with another. And how can she buy food for all those kids? That's the problem, because it happens so many times in Haiti that when a woman has 4 or 5 kids and her husband dies, she finds a man to sleep with so that he will help her with some money for food for the kids, and he gets her pregnant, then he leaves. They all leave. And these poor women stuck with these little kids in the mountains, it was so heartbreaking. But you know, today you can make all this a possibility, just at least to have one good hot meal every day. You know, when I was a little girl, my dad was out of work and he was an alcoholic. And my mom was a devout Christian, but she would go and set the table, and then when we didn't have anything, she would go in the other room and get on her knees and pray that God would send food. And you know what? I'm here today because she prayed and God sent food. Thank you, and God bless you, partners, for feeding children who are hungry.
God bless you. This is an emergency. Please help.
Thank you.
Please pray. They come get the food here, then go over and get some sauce and onions and sauce. It makes it delicious cooking. Thank you for providing the food and the onions today and the sauce and the mackerel today. Love is something you do. Please call our toll-free number that's on the screen.
Sure.
Or please give online. It's very secure. Please help
Yes.
or give by mail. We'll see, make a picture, a thank you letter. It's tax deductible and a very, very special gift from Haiti. Remember, for a gift of $16, you can provide 432 meals. For a gift of $48, you can provide 1,296 meals. For a gift of $120, you can provide 3,240 meals. For a gift of $500, you can supply 13,500 meals. And for a gift of $1,000, you can supply 27,000 meals. That's a special. For a gift of $10,000, which is a whole entire 40-foot container of food, feed my starving children food. It costs us $10,000 to bring the food down here and transport it, get it through customs. You can provide 272,000 meals. Please call, please pray, please help. This is an emergency. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Si yo ta pote ti manje pou nou, j'ap di mersi an pil.
If this program has been a blessing to you, and you would like to help the people of Haiti through the ministry of Love a Child, Bobby and Sherry would like to give you a copy of both of their books. Love is Something You Do, and the latest release, Faith, Hope, and Love, a 90-day walk with God. Simply call the number on your screen, give your gift, and request the books.
Somewhere I see